Hello, and welcome to A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And today I want to talk about the energies that are coming up with the uh, full moon on May 26th. It's also a lunar eclipse, and it's known as a blood moon. I am aware of the energies that are coming with this particular lunar cycle. And it's full moon in Sagittarius. If you follow astrology, you can look up the meaning of full moon in Sagittarius, May 26, 2021, and read about, you know, the energies that this full moon is bringing us. And it's a powerful full moon. Um, it's drawing up a lot of things, and you may notice it if you watch the news or the media, which I don't. But you may notice that a lot of what's being projected out there now, it's very um, subliminal, and it's full of fear and separation and anxiety, and it's, you know, others trying to tell you how you should live your life and what decisions you should make for the supposed benefit of everyone else. And in the grand scheme of things, it's the right message. Um, but with this full moon, those messages are being brought for a reason, and they're to expose the truths about what is really the agenda, for lack of a better word. And whether you believe that there is an agenda or a hidden agenda or not, that's up to you. But that is what this full moon is bringing, and is bringing it within us, because we can only control what we believe and what we see, and what we acknowledge to be true for us. But it's bringing up those energies. If you have anything that's deep down from your past that you may have just, forgotten about, or decided, I'm just going to leave that in the past and ignore it, and those things are coming back up, and they're manifesting um, in fear and insecurities and doubt, and lack of confidence, and then they're coming up strong. For instance, feel them in my chest, as tightness, and no, that's not a medical condition. I'm in full control of my uh, physical health. I do everything right, to what I believe. I don't necessarily follow anybody else's prescribed diets or medical advice, for that matter. Um, and if you choose to, that's great for you. I acknowledge you and admire that you make those choices for yourself. But things have come up for me. I'm planning a big trip in about a week, and all the doubts and insecurities keep coming up, going, "Hey, are you sure about this?" And that's what this full moon is bringing, and it's got a Saturn retrograde starting tomorrow, and then next week after the full moon is a Mercury retrograde. And I don't necessarily subscribe to those as well, but a retrograde pretty much is not a, the planet stopping and going backwards. It's just those planets slow down their trajectory, so it almost seems like it's an illusion that they're going backwards, but when they're really not, they just slow down. Um, so you can feel free to look up what those retrogrades mean as well. If you're just curious, and you know, I'm a very curious person, so I do those, but I don't do it so that I can spew it and pretend that I'm an expert on any of that, and I'm not. I do it mostly just so that I know, and if it resonates with me, I'll believe it. If it doesn't, I'll look further into it. But it's just knowledge, and that's what we're here to gain in this lifetime, is knowledge, for ourselves. It really isn't about anybody else, you know. So this full moon is bringing these intense feelings up so that I can look at them and go, you know, why didn't I address this back then? You know, why did I push this aside? What other fears were coming up? You know, because as spiritual people, or spiritual beings, we're taught to, let go and let God, and you know, ignore, not ignore, but see that trauma is there, but just move past it. You're better than this. It's in the past. Let it go. And I preach that. And I don't preach it, but I say that in a lot of videos too. Just let go. Um, but it's not as simple as that. It can be, but there are certain things that are there that you experienced, but you didn't learn the lesson that it was meant to teach you. So now they're coming back up, and they're going, hey, you ignored me once before. I'm not going to let you ignore me again. And you can ignore them again, and they'll come up at some other point in your now moment. Um, so it's best, in my opinion, that you look at those things and ask yourself, why am I feeling this tightness in my chest? Why am I feeling this emotion? Why is my intuition telling me to stop, what I'm doing, and take a minute? Um, it's because at some point in your life, these things came up for you to handle before, and you chose to sweep them under the rug. And you may have thought you were doing it spiritually and meditating on it, and all was, it was gone, it was done. But some things, just are meant for you to experience them, and then follow through on that experience to see it all the way through to the end. And no matter how uncomfortable it may be, sometimes it could be painful. Sometimes it could bring sorrow, sadness, fear, and it's there so that you can learn from it. So I encourage you during this full moon season, um, in May 2021, to acknowledge whatever's coming up for you, and it's different for all of us. For me, it's fear of the unknown. I'm going on a uh, trip around the United States. I have some plotted plans, but nothing in stone, because I'm literally going to be of service. And that's the way I'm looking at it. And of course, it's service to self, because I always say you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. And that's why, with these energies that the full moon is bringing up for me, I'm handling them. I'm looking at them, remembering why they were there, and then acting on them. So I encourage you to do the same. Again, you can choose to leave them in the past, and hope that they go away on their own. But for me, I had to look at the fear, and wonder what it was. Why was it manifesting again? And it's because I didn't pay close enough attention. I learned the lesson that it was there to teach me, and a lot of it has to do with lack, or the fear of lack. And for me, I have to accept that I have that fear, and not push it under the rug. And then once I know it's there and I accept that it's there, I give myself compassion and go, yeah, all right, you're there. I feel you. It's real. And I love this experience. I'm grateful for this experience. I'm glad that it's up here for a reason. What is the lesson it's trying to teach me? It's trying to teach me that I need to face this. I need to realize it's there, honor it, and then I need to just pretty much tell this feeling that it's okay. I got you. And show confidence and move forward with grace and acceptance. Just accept whatever is to come next as an experience, not what's good or bad. It's just there. And once you let that go, you know, you can accomplish anything, and miracles will happen, because the universe meets you at the point of action, but not when you expect it. Whenever you show the universe that you've let everything go and you're just going with the flow. And that's what this full moon especially is teaching us. It's bringing these things up so we can know they're there, respond to it, take it in, sit with it, meditate with it, thank it, and say, hey, I release. Pardon the interruption, but I felt it really important to interject at this point. As I was editing this video yesterday, remember I mentioned Mercury retrograde is happening next week, but the energies come into existence usually a week early, and it happened to me yesterday. I wanted to share this experience. I was editing this video that I recorded, and as I was doing so, my system froze. My computer froze, and normally you can just reboot it and it'll come right back up. And I did that, and all the information. I didn't lose the video because I had stored it somewhere else, but all the edits that I had done up to that point were gone, and which means I would have to start again, which I didn't have a problem with. But at that moment, I didn't have a lot of time. I had to get ready for work, so I decided to put it aside. And as I did that, I had found, because I am packing my things up to go on my journey, an old computer bag. No computer was in it, and something in it that was in a pocket that I had forgotten about 12 to 14 years easily came up. And it reminded me of a pretty, what I would consider, or what I would label in the past, a dark time in my life. And and it really correlated with this video for me. Was something that came up from my past that I had thought I dealt with and moved on from, but it turned out that I swept it under the rug and actually kept it in this bag for some reason with me all these years. So I practiced what I teach. I integrated it. I accepted it was there. I went deep and found, realized why it was still with me and why I held on to it for so long. And I meditated for a little while, got some got some closure on it, because I had to relook at it and just, you know, allow it to come back in, so that I could transmute it and heal it. And I did that. And, I thought it was a good teachable moment for this video. It was just so relevant and so synchronistic, because there are no coincidences, as far as I'm concerned. So I thought I'd share that with you, that something did come up for me, as I said would happen during this full moon in Sagittarius, and I thought I'd share that with you and just let you know that things like this are going to happen, and they are going to come up for you, and just meant for you to look at it again, revisit it, and then let it go. And I did that. So, back to the video. And if that wasn't enough, then whatever else comes up next, go ahead and sit with that, and then eventually release that as well. And a lot of people do some different rituals for the full moon. They put shamanic drum music on, and they light candles, and some of them make what they call potions. They're not really potions, but you know, there's a lot of different rituals, and I encourage you to do some research and see what resonates with you. Or if you just choose to do nothing, because presence trumps everything else. Just being, without having thoughts. Let those thoughts come in, but go, okay, thought I heard you, you're there, but I choose not to engage with you at this moment. So choose to engage with yourself today, and see what's there, address it, allow it, honor it, honor yourself, and then let it go. So it will, you know, be to your benefit. And miracles are normal. So accept miracles. Let them come into your now moment. And miracles can be anything. It's not labeled good or bad. It just is. So experience life. Learn the lessons it's there to teach you. Enjoy this full moon. I encourage you to go out in the full moon. If you have any crystals, put them out so that they can gather some cleansing energy from this beautiful new moon, or full moon, and lunar eclipse. And enjoy life, my friends. And if you like the contents of this video, please give it a like, share it, leave a comment. I'd love to know what the full moon is in May is bringing up for you, and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And also, if you are having troubles um, dealing with the things that are being brought up during this full moon lunar eclipse on May 26, 2021, I am a transformational life coach. And give me a shout. My link's below. I am giving a free 30-minute decompression session. So, you know, send me an email. I may be able to help you work through some issues. Thank you for watching, and thank you for spending a few minutes with me.